Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my Pisces September 2019 horoscope forecast part 2 of 2. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Anyway, people, well, first thing up is, as far as September goes, Venus will be in Libra from the 14th until the 30th, so the 8th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, well, if you're unattached this time, Pisces, you may connect with a Libra Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Libra characteristics. It might be for a very non-superficial relationship, very deep one. It could also be a time, too, where this could be about very balanced spending on 8th house matters, whether it could be something connected with the occult, astrology, supernatural, or even matters that are connected with a shared resources situation or someone you're in a sexual or intimate relationship with. This could be something too where you might be getting a fair amount, what you feel is fair and equitable in an inheritance in some cases. This could be also manifest in some cases about valuing tact, diplomacy, fairness, equality, justice at this time in 8th house matters. Such as a shared resources situation, such as matters connected with an intimate relationship you may be involved in. It could also be about a fair amount of spending if you're trying to make some major change or transformation at this time as well, and enjoying Libra-like things, perhaps within someone you're in an intimate connection with, such as maybe something that requires balance, like a sport like tennis or gymnastics, or even playing a game like Jenga, because that is about balancing. So anyway, and now in some cases too, this can also manifest in isolated cases in spending money on a Libra type surgery, such as something with the kidneys or lower back. So anyway, next thing up, Mars will be in Virgo still, so the 7th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted at this time. Well, the situation with a significant other partnership situation, even a grandmother, may be more contentious and acrimonious than usual. It might be a lot of arguments connected with health, hygiene, diet, attention to detail. It could be just a lot of criticism, a lot of derogatory statements, a lot of complaining. It could also be a time too where you're really putting a lot of energy and vitality into some kind of Virgo type competition. It could be something with chess or checkers, something which requires a lot of analysis, even playing mastermind, anything problem solving, anything that could be Virgo related. And if you're unattached at this time, Pisces, you may connect with a Virgo Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Virgo characteristics. It could be for sexual liaison, but it could be a very sexual connection, but it could also be something too that could lead to a significant other, even marriage situation at this time as well. So those are some ways that this could manifest and pan out. So well, the next thing up is that Jupiter will be in Sagittarius still, so the 10th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, this could be about, really could be very fortuitous for career matters. It could be something Sagittarius related, such as something with sports, the law, translation, advertising, publishing. Could also be a time too, as I've stated in previous videos, Jupiter can be rather paradoxical, could be very strongly benign and benevolent, but it could also have a tendency to enlarge and expand. In some cases, this could enlarge and expand foolhardy, reckless, self-righteous, over-optimistic, over-exuberant behavior with 10th house people, such as the dominant parent, which is often the father, people prominent in your career. It could be authority figures, older people, people in business. It could even be in your dealings with them as well. Now also too, this could be a time too where you may This could be about expressing a lot of hope and optimism by being positive in 10th house matters, such as the career, such as attaining success, reaching that pinnacle of success, attaining a greater stature in life. And it could be very fortuitous, just being that incorrigible optimist in those in those areas as well. And anyway, and it could be very lucky for advertising or publishing in hopes of gaining greater notoriety and recognition at this time as well. Next thing up, Saturn will be in Capricorn still, so the 11th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted at this time. Well, this could be a time for you Pisces where you may experience some restrictions and limitations with friends, your acquaintances, your goals and aspirations, even in money that you may be getting from a business if applicable. It could even be in some cases where this may manifest in taking care of a sickly or debilitated stepchild, in some cases if applicable, a friend, an acquaintance, someone you know in a group, club, or organization. It could be something Capricorn related, such as something with the knees, the bones, the joints, the hamstrings, and maybe making you feel somewhat despondent and melancholy at this time. It could also be a time where this could be about a lot of laborious, consistent effort in attaining your goals, your aspirations. It could be matters in groups, clubs, organizations. It could be serious responsibility to your friends, to your acquaintances at this time, and also to your future as well in some cases. And also older people may figure more prominently in your goals, your aspirations, and in your future at this time as well. Well, the next thing up, Uranus will be in Taurus still, so the third house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, well, one way this may manifest, this could be where you might be dealing with more erratic and sporadic communications at this time. You might find yourself coming up with ideas that are very spontaneous, extemporaneous, just kind of out of the blue like lightning. It could be where your thinking is more ingenious than usual. We may be dealing with more stubborn, obstinate behavior from cousins, from siblings, from neighbors at this time as well. And you may be also, this could be a time too for you Pisces where you might even, this is about, could be very strong ingenuity in thought and in really also expressing a lot of things connected with the future, talking about your friends, talking about perhaps a communication connected with new financial ideas or new forms of making money, formulating new financial plans and communicating about them as well. And you might at this time too require a little bit more freedom and independence from third house people, such as people from your early education, cousins, siblings, neighbors, and also too, this could be a time in some cases where you may be talking about Uranus, like things such as astrology, esoteric subjects, astronomy, aerospace, computers, electronics. So those are some ways this may pan out and manifest at this time. And it might be getting involved in some unusual short journeys at this time as well. So anyway. Next thing up, Neptune will be in Pisces still, so the first house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now at this time, Pisces, well, this may manifest in a multitude of ways. This could be where you might be coming across as even more nebulous and unclear than usual. This could be about some Neptune Pisces physical issues at this time. It could be a time where you might be dealing with some issues connected with the feet, the toes, the lymphatic system, or even or something with drugs or alcohol. Could even be an inadvertent or accidental assimilation of chemicals. So just be careful at this time, Pisces. And as far as Neptune and Pisces related health matters, a lot of this, can be predicated and dependent on aspects. This makes the points in your chart an adverse aspect to your natal sun as well, and say this is actually in your first house in your natal chart, and if you're making an adverse aspect to your natal sun, this could even increase that propensity for that. A grandmother, people from your early childhood may be a little bit more nebulous, unclear, and even more deceptive and duplicitous than usual at this time. But on the positive end, this could be about starting some kind of Neptune new beginnings, Neptune/Pisces new beginnings, such as poetry, dancing, something with anesthesiology, the metaphysical, which includes astrology, photography, chemistry, pharmaceutical work. Hold on a moment, people. Sorry about that, I'm back. Well, last but not least, Pluto will be in Capricorn still, so the 11th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, at this time, in some case, I mean, a lot of you don't want me to say the dreaded D word, but you know I'm going to anyway. This could manifest in the actual or literal death of a stepchild, a friend, an acquaintance, someone you might be prominent in some group, club, or organization you belong to. Could also be in some cases as well, where you might feel you need to guard against expecting like infallibility from 11th house people at this time, such as friends, acquaintances, people. It could be stepchildren, people in some group that you may be involved in. Could also be to also guard against power struggles and compulsive issues with 11th house people at this time as well. And you may also, at this time, on a positive note, Pisces, this could manifest in Plutonian type goals and aspirations at this time, such as something with nuclear physics, the occult, supernatural, astrology, recycling, something connected with transformation, such as rebuilding vehicles, anything that could be Pluto-related, surgery even. So this is about a time where you may feel like attaining more power in attaining toward your future and really being in control of it, and also in attaining goals and aspirations at this time as well. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for my Pisces September 2019 horoscope forecast, part 2 of 2. And stay tuned next time where I'll be giving you my Aries October 2019 horoscope forecast, part 1 of 2. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person astrologically speaking based on this alone. Because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.